Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, Ms. Sala. My name is Jordan, and today me and my group mates, Moon and Zinyi, are going to talk about the analysis of the budgetary process, zero-based budgeting, limited factor and throughput analysis, and the performance measurement analysis. So firstly, I'll start with the evaluation of the budgetary process in business organizations. So what is the budgetary process? It is defined as setting strategic goals and objectives and creating projections for the organization. These projections and goals and objectives are the financial goals, which is like, for example, the company wants to achieve expected revenue or achieve the estimate expenditure costs. So what's the purpose of this budgetary process? It is to create a detailed budget for the projects and productions by forecast and past data analysis, to basically historical data. And the elements of the process include systematic planning management, which is to draft the budget proposal, evaluate the organization's resources and activity, so basically analyze the financial performance and the resources, and to monitor the performance of the business. So basically this is to compare the actual budget with the performance to check if there's any deviations or if there's any primary causes of why maybe certain budgets did not come out as expected. So next, I'll be discussing the budgetary process stages. So one of the stages is communication on budgetary policy and guidelines. Its objective in that stage is to ensure the stakeholders understand the company's goals and objectives. Since this is the first stage, it is very important and is a key component to make sure that communication is effective and clear to all stakeholders so that they understand the budgetary goals and their responsibilities within the company. So an advantage of this, it basically provides and it will enable coordination among departments. So for example, departments can provide relevant information that will help improve and is beneficial to the budgetary efficiency. So however, a disadvantage of this stage is that there could be potential miscommunications and lack of agreements among departments. So basically, this can cause budget delays, which can negatively affect the budget approval and as well can create tension within the departments in the company. So an example company that uses the communication in the budgetary system is that Walmart. Walmart uses employee intranet to communicate the company's priorities, strategies, and their goals to all employees. So next is the other stage is negotiation on budget with higher management. So the objective of this stage is to clarify the priorities and resource allocations with senior management. So senior management like CEOs and directors that are really at the top of the company. So an advantage of this will allow departments to justify budget requests to achieve company goals. So employees and or departments can request certain expenses so that the company can achieve the objective efficiently. However, and a disadvantage of this is that this could lead to efficient decision making. So for instance, there could be an overestimation of the future expenses or an underestimation of the expected revenue, and this could disrupt the planning process, as it could like create delays also in the budget as well. So an example company that uses negotiations is Tesco. So basically the company, they are negotiating the pricing of their products as well so that they can improve sales and market shares.
I am Huang Xinyi. I will introduce the revolutionary financial management tool, zero-based budgeting. Unlike traditional budgeting methods, the ZBB requires us to zero out all costs and expenditures at the start of each budgeting period, thus reassessing and approving each expense anew. This method compels us to carefully consider each resource use, ensuring that every dollar spent delivers maximized return. Through zero-based budgeting, we can challenge conventional resource allocation models and optimize capital and operational costs. Next, I will introduce the core principles of zero-based budgeting, including how it helps organizations identify overspending, eliminate waste, and ensure that each funding allocation positively impacts the company's strategic goals. Next, into the implementation process of zero-based budgeting. In a ZBB system, every department head must justify each expense in their area. This means that every budget request, from human resource to marketing, needs robust cost-benefit analysis support. This method promotes a cultural shift where budgeting becomes a strategic activity, not just a numbers game. It demands a higher level of financial responsibility and transparency from both management and the staff.
Good morning, Miss. Today I'm going to present an evaluation of limiting factors accounting and throughput accounting. These are the two critical methodologies for managing business constraint. This approach help business optimize resource and enhance profitability, but they serve different objectives. First, I will talk about the overview of limiting factors accounting and throughput accounting. Limiting factors accounting and throughput accounting are essential tools in managing business constraints, each with distinct focus and application. Limiting factors accounting primarily focus on cost optimization by identifying and managing constraints like labels, materials, or machine capacity. It operates within a short-term scope, aiming to maximize profit within a limitation of the available resource. This approach is particularly effective in resource-intensive sectors where production decisions hinge on optimizing limited inputs. In contrast, throughput accounting emphasizes revenue and sales enhancement by managing bottleneck and improving overall system performance. It adopts a long-term perspective, aiming to streamline the entire production process for sustainable profitability. This method is especially suitable for manufacturing industry with complex production flows, where addressing constraints in one area can significantly impact overall output and revenue. Then I will talk about the similarities and differences. Both limiting factors and throughput accounting share a common goal of enhancing business performance by managing constraints effectively. One of their key similarities lies in their focus on constraint, as both methodology emphasize identifying and addressing bottlenecks that limit a company's ability to achieve optimal production and profitability. This shared focus ensures that organizations can pinpoint critical areas for improvement and implement strategies to mitigate this limitation. Additionally, both methods aim to maximize the utilization of limited resource, where the labels, material, or machine capacity to ensure that every resource contributes to operational efficiency and profitability. Also, both approaches serve as a decision-making framework, helping managers analyze constraints and priority effort to improve overall performance, efficiency, and also profit. Despite their similarities, these methodologies differ significantly in their objective, scope, and application. Limiting factors accounting is a primary cost focus, aiming to optimize resource use within constraints to maximize short-term profit. It typically addresses short-term objectives by prioritizing immediate resource allocation to deliver quick financial benefit. This approach is particularly useful for business dealing with resource-intensive constraints where decisions need to be made swiftly to capitalize on opportunity. In contrast, throughput accounting adopts a revenue-focused approach rooted in the theory of constraint. It emphasizes improving the overall system flow by managing bottleneck and increasing throughput, which is defined as sales revenue minus direct material costs. Also, throughput accounting operates within a long-term perspective, prioritizing sustainable improvement across the entire production system rather than isolate short-term fix. And also, while limiting factors accounting focus on immediate allocation of resource to maximize profit, throughput accounting emphasizes system-wide improvement, ensuring that the entire value chains work seamless to enhance profitability over time. Last, I will talk about the criticism and past study. Both limited factors accounting and throughput accounting face notable criticism despite their effectiveness in managing business constraints. Limited factors accounting is often critical for its short-term focus, which may encourage temporary solution at the expenses of addressing fundamental structural issues. This limited perspective can hinder an organization's ability to achieve sustainable growth, as it prioritizes immediate resource allocation without fostering long-term operational improvement. On the other hand, throughput accounting is critical for its tendency to ignore fixed costs, which can lead to an incomplete understanding of the tendency of the company financial performance. This omission risks and undermining the critical financial insight. There are the essential comprehensive decision making. Furthermore, throughput accounting is considered less applicable in non-manufacturing industry, where operation constraint and revenue generating mechanism differ significantly from traditional manufacturing setting. Past study also on the effectiveness of this methodology in specific contexts. Research indicate that limiting factors accounting is particularly useful in resource-constrained industry, such as those reliant on limited material, labor, or machine capacity. In such environment, the approved effectiveness optimize production and profitability within the constraint of available resource. Conversely, throughput accounting has proven to be highly effective in manufacturing sectors, where it focuses on increasing throughput and managing bottleneck lead to significantly profitability improvement. By emphasizing revenue generation over cost minimization, throughput accounting aligns well with the dynamic and constraint-driven nature of manufacturing. Throughput accounting is aligned well with the dynamic and constraint-driven nature of manufacturing operation. Accounting aligns well with the dynamic and constraint-driven nature of manufacturing operation, making it preferred choice for organizations seeking to enhance overall system performance. This insight underlines the importance of selecting the appropriate methodology based on an organization's unique operation and financial context. Board approved offer valuable framework for constraint management, but their sustainability and effectiveness depend on specific challenge and objective faced by the business.
So lastly, I will be explaining about the performance measurement system. So what is the performance measurement system? It is also known as PMS. It is defined as a comprehensive and dynamic framework that assists in decision making by a set of performance measures. So it's basically a tool that is used by management to establish objectives, develop performance measures, and track performance data. So what kind of performance data do they track? They track multiple types from the company, so such as the financial data, the internal data, the employee data, customer data. This is all to expand and to grow the company as well. Not only that, the PMS also aims to improve performance and to create a positive work environment within the organization. This is so that employees are motivated to work to achieve the company's goals. So lastly, I'll be discussing about the benefits and challenges of PMS, or the performance measurement system. So firstly, the benefit is that it generates regular reports with up-to-date information. So these reports have information that are accurate and efficient, and they play a major role in the decision making for managers, as it allows them to make performance forecasts to identify anomalies. So basically, they are analyzing historical data and market trends so that they can make an analysis to base their performance and the next activities based on the past trends. So next, the PMS system also ensures employee accountability and motivation. So this system helps improve employees by helping them to gain knowledge and to get drive within the organization, as it inspires employees to meet their goals. So for example, managers can help boost and inspire their employees by providing rewards or incentives so that they can meet the targets as well. So thirdly is that PMS measures on short-term periods. So short-term periods can help track employees in a specific time frame. So this ensures that the employees are actually focusing on meeting their targets for the short-term goals. So lastly, it is also able to detect inefficiencies and make adjustments to operations. So this will ensure that the company will be able to be cost effective and ensure also that employees are responsible, as employees will receive feedback on the information and to adjust the anomaly so that it is efficient in the operation. So next, I'll be discussing about the potential problems in the PMS system. So firstly is that there could be a poor design and implementation of the system. This is because if there were a poor design in the PMS system, the employees will have a low understanding of it, as it can lead to delays and inefficiencies in the report and also be unproductive, especially if the employees have a lack of training and are on strict deadlines, which could also be a major hindrance to the organization's goals and performance. Secondly, that the potential problem is that it may negatively affect the moderation of internal efficiencies and financial performance. This is because the financial indicators, they generally and normally operate based on past and historical data, and this may cause time delays, so it'll be able to provide insight into critical decision making at the moment. So lastly, is that the company may be too heavily reliant on the performance measurement system. If the company is too heavily reliant on the system, this could lead to misalignment within the company's department's goals and the organization's objective. So for instance, the company may only rely on the PMS system to determine their efforts within the company. So if the PMS system is giving high rewards, then the employees or the department shall do a better job. However, if it has lower rewards, they will be less likely to put in more effort. So lastly is that employees may be overly focused on meeting the measurement target. This could lead to the employees being less driven for real value of innovation and creation, therefore making them less creative and innovative in the company, which leads to less out-of-the-box ideas to improve company performance or company production or anything related to company output.